My name is Celeste Whitmore. I'm 30 years old. And 1 year ago, I learned that sometimes the person you love isn't actually in love with you. They're in love with the image of the life they think they deserve. 6 months ago, after 3 years together, I proposed to my boyfriend, Ethan Mercer, who was 28. Yes, I proposed. People thought that was unusual. But Ethan and I had always joked that whoever got impatient first would do it. I loved him. I thought we were building a future together. I spent 8 months saving for the ring. 1 carat, classique solitaire. $6,200. For someone earning $72,000 a year, that wasn't a casual purchase. I skipped vacations, stopped buying things for myself, and picked up extra freelance work because I wanted everything to be perfect. I reserved a private room at his favorite restaurant. I hired a photographer to secretly capture the moment. When I got down on one knee, Ethan looked shocked. Then he cried. Actually cried. He said yes immediately. We hugged. We kissed. The photographer captured everything. For a few minutes, I thought I was the happiest woman alive. Then Ethan looked at the ring. Really looked at it. His smile changed. "Oh," he said softly. "It's classic." I should have recognized that tone. But love makes you ignore warning signs. When we got home, Ethan immediately called his mother, his sister, and his best friend Jordan. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. I simply heard him from the bedroom. "Yeah. It's beautiful. Just smaller than I expected." Those words sat in my stomach like stones. The next morning, he posted our engagement announcement. The caption read, "She proposed. Excited for our future. Remember, everyone, love matters more than ring size." Blessed. At first glance, it seemed sweet, but I knew him. I knew passive aggression when I heard it. 2 hours later, he posted another story. "Some people will never be enough, no matter how hard they try. But we accept what we think we deserve." He didn't tag me. He didn't need to. Everyone knew. My phone exploded. Cameron texted first. "Celeste, are you okay?" My sister called. "Did you two fight already?" Even one of Ethan's friends messaged me. I stared at the screenshots in disbelief. That evening, I confronted him. "What was that story about?" He blinked innocently. "What story?" I showed him the screenshot. "Oh, that wasn't about you. It was about a coworker." "Really?" I asked. 2 hours after our engagement announcement, his expression hardened. "God, not everything is about you. Celeste, I'm asking a simple question." Then, he sighed dramatically. "Why are you so insecure?" I felt my chest tighten. "I'm insecure because I'm asking why you posted something humiliating after I proposed." Then he said the sentence that destroyed our relationship. "Maybe if you'd put more thought into the ring, you wouldn't feel so defensive." I stared at him. More thought. Yes. I spent 8 months saving. Exactly. He held up his hand. 8 months. And this is all you could afford. I honestly thought I had misheard him. "It's a 1-carat diamond." Ethan. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. That word echoed in my head. "Jordan's girlfriend received a 2.5-carat ring from her boyfriend," he continued. "Jordan's boyfriend is drowning in debt. At least he prioritizes her." Something inside me broke. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. Like a glass finally cracking after being under pressure too long. I stood up. "You know what I said," softly. "You're right." He looked relieved. "I am. Some people will never be enough." For a second, he smiled. Then, I walked to the bedroom and returned with the ring box. I held out my hand. "Give me the ring back." His face changed instantly. "What? The ring?" "Celeste. Stop being dramatic." "I'm not being dramatic. We're engaged." "No, we're not." He laughed nervously. "You can't be serious. You publicly humiliated me. You called my proposal embarrassing. You made it very clear that I wasn't enough. You're overreacting." No. I'm finally listening. He refused. For 3 days. 3 days he wore the ring while texting me constantly. 73 messages. From, I'm sorry. To, you're ruining 3 years over a misunderstanding. To, you're being emotionally manipulative. I answered only once. You were right. Some people will never be enough. Thank you for showing me who you are. Then I blocked him. What I didn't know then was that the breakup was only the beginning. Because Ethan wasn't done humiliating me, and I hadn't yet met the man who would completely change my life. I thought ending the relationship would be the hardest part. I was wrong. The real nightmare started afterward. Ethan refused to return the ring. Instead, he began posting photos wearing it. One caption read, "A diamond is forever, even if the woman isn't." Another said, "Real men know their worth." I almost laughed when Cameron sent me the screenshots. Almost. Because underneath the ridiculous captions was something much uglier. Ethan wasn't grieving. He was trying to punish me. At first, I tried being reasonable. I asked politely. I explained that engagement rings are conditional gifts. No wedding meant the ring should come back. He ignored me. Then I hired a lawyer. Apparently, that offended him. A week later, my mother called. Patricia Mercer just phoned me. Patricia was Ethan's mother, even during our relationship. She treated Ethan like a misunderstood prince, and everyone else like supporting characters. What did she say? I asked. My mother sighed. She said you're destroying her son over a social media misunderstanding. I laughed bitterly. Did she mention him calling my proposal embarrassing? Of course not. According to my mother, the conversation quickly became absurd. Patricia insisted Ethan never insulted me. My mother reminded her that dozens of people had seen his posts. Patricia claimed everyone misunderstood. Then she said something my mother still jokes about. A woman should want to give her future husband the very best. My mother answered immediately. My daughter gave him the best she could afford. Maybe your son should have appreciated it. Patricia hung up. Things only escalated after that. Ethan started telling people I was controlling, emotionally abusive, cheap, and somehow narcissistic. Apparently rejecting public humiliation made me toxic. Then came the strangest rumor of all. Someone informed me Ethan had told people I must secretly hate men because I took back the ring. I remember sitting at Cameron's kitchen table laughing so hard I nearly spilled coffee. You know what's terrifying, Cameron said. What? He actually believes his own nonsense. Unfortunately, he wasn't finished. Ethan uploaded a video titled, "Signs Your Partner is Financially Manipulative." It gathered thousands of views. He never said my name. He didn't need to. Mutual friends knew exactly who he meant. But the funniest part? 2 weeks after our breakup, Ethan introduced his new boyfriend. No, not boyfriend. Because there would be absolutely none of that in my story. He introduced his new girlfriend, Madison Blake, the same coworker he had insisted was just a friend. The same woman whose texts constantly interrupted our dinners. The same woman I was supposedly paranoid about. Apparently they became official almost immediately. Her comments appeared under every post. You deserve better. King behavior. So proud of you. Cameron rolled his eyes every time he saw them. Funny how just friends always have perfect timing. Then, Ethan made a mistake. A huge one. He posted a picture of himself and Madison inside a jewelry store. The caption read, "When someone finally understands your worth, upgrade complete." One problem. He was still wearing my ring. I nearly choked on my tea. Even better. Cameron's girlfriend happened to work at that store. She texted me immediately. "Girl." They spent an hour looking at $15,000 rings and left empty-handed. Apparently Madison's expression changed dramatically once she saw the prices. I sent every screenshot to my lawyer. 3 days later, Ethan finally surrendered. The ring came back. Not gracefully. He returned it in a completely different box. Included a nasty note. "Hope your next victim has lower standards." I expected damage. Instead, the ring was perfect. I had it professionally inspected. Still beautiful. Still sparkling, still carrying memories I wasn't ready to revisit. Months passed, slowly. Life became peaceful again. No drama, no cryptic posts, no constant anxiety. Then came Cameron's birthday party. I almost didn't attend. Work had been exhausting. I was tired, still healing, but Cameron insisted, "If you don't come, I'm sending a search party." So I went. And that's where I met Noah Bennett, 32 years old, software engineer, golden retriever owner, terrible danser, excellent listener. He was standing near the grill, arguing with Cameron about whether pineapple belonged on pizza. I walked over just in time to hear him say, "Anyone who judges people over toppings isn't emotionally mature." I laughed. He turned around, smiled, and said something I will never forget. "You're Celeste." Right. I froze. For one horrifying second, I thought he recognized me from Ethan's videos. Instead, he smiled awkwardly. "Cameron talks about you all the time. Don't worry. Only good things." I relaxed. Then, after a pause, he added, "Actually, aren't you the woman whose ex complained about a ring online?" I covered my face. "Oh God. I'm sorry," he said quickly. "That whole thing was insane." I groaned. "You saw it, unfortunately." Then he grinned. "My ex-wife accepted a ring pop once?" I blinked. "What?" He shrugged. "Marriage was terrible. Proposal was great." I burst out laughing. For the first time in months. Real laughter. Not forced. Not polite. Just laughter. We talked for 3 hours. About books, DOS, travel, childhood stories. And not once did Noah ask about money, or jewelry, or status. When I left that night, Cameron winked. "Told you coming was a good idea." Over the following months, Noah slowly became my safe place. He loved quiet weekends. He preferred hiking over expensive restaurants. And one evening, while we were discussing home prices, he casually said, "I'll never understand spending tens of thousands on rings when that money could become a house down payment." I looked at him, really looked at him, and for the first time since Ethan, I allowed myself to imagine forever again. What I didn't know was that one old ring, sitting quietly inside my safe, was about to become part of a completely different love story. 8 months after meeting Noah Bennett, I knew, not because he was perfect. He wasn't. He snored sometimes. He forgot where he parked constantly. And he once nearly burned down his kitchen trying to make homemade bread. But he was kind. Consistently kind. I never had to wonder if I was enough with Noah. I never felt judged. I never felt like I was competing against strangers on social media. Most importantly, I felt safe. One evening, while we sat on his back porch, with his golden retriever sleeping between us, I finally told him everything. The proposal, the ring, the breakup, the lawsuits, the videos, the humiliation, all of it. Noah listened quietly, never interrupting, never judging. When I finished, I opened the small velvet box. The same ring, the one Ethan had called embarrassing. Noah stared at it, then stared at me, then laughed softly. I panicked immediately. "Oh no. You hate the idea." He looked horrified. "What no?" "You laughed. Because this is adorable." I blinked. "Adorable." He picked up the ring. "So this thing survived one shallow idiot, and still looks this good." I started laughing. He continued. "It's like a vintage ring, with history. You really don't mind, Celeste?" I would have said yes with a plastic ring. Then he smiled. "Besides, reusing something beautiful sounds smart." There were tears in my eyes before he even answered officially. So I whispered. Noah grinned. "Of course I'll marry you." He slipped the ring onto his finger. Perfect fit. And somehow, at that exact moment, all the pain Ethan caused me finally started losing its power. We announced our engagement quietly. One photo, simple caption, excited to marry my best friend. No hashtags. No dramatic speeches. No ring close-ups. No humble bragging. Just happiness. Unfortunately, someone sent the picture to Ethan, and apparently, he completely lost his mind. First came the Instagram stories. Imagine recycling engagement rings. Some people are so cheap. Practice relationships exist for a reason. Then came TikTok videos. Entire series. According to Ethan, I had been controlling, manipulative, financially abusive. He even claimed I isolated him from friends. Cameron nearly spit out his coffee watching one video. You literally begged him to go golfing every weekend. I know. Does he hear himself? Apparently not. But Ethan wasn't fighting alone. Jordan joined him. His best friend had always encouraged the worst parts of his personality. Jordan's son Noah, a message, man to man. You deserve better. That ring belonged to Ethan first. You're accepting leftovers. Noah showed me the message and laughed. Then he replied, funny? I'm not measuring love in carats or ownership records. Jordan posted screenshots, called Noah pathetic. Noah's response, he turned off notifications and went back to watching baseball. People like that survive on attention. He told me, I'm not feeding them. Meanwhile, Patricia Mercer called me 3 times, then 7, then 12. Eventually, I answered. Her voice sounded unusually calm. Celeste. Sweetheart. We need to talk. I almost laughed at the word sweetheart. She hadn't called me that in years. What do you want? Patricia. It's cruel, using the same ring. It's my ring. You bought it for Ethan. And Ethan rejected it. He was emotional. So was I. Can't you buy a different one? No. To my surprise, she lowered her voice. I'll pay for another ring. I nearly dropped my phone. What? I'll cover the difference. There is no difference. I'll give you $8,000. I actually laughed. You're offering me money so your son feels better. He's devastated. He dumped me emotionally. Long before I left. He still loves you. No? He loved appearances. Her voice broke. He's been crying. I answered honestly. I cried too. Silence. Then she whispered. He made mistakes. So did I. Mine was staying too long. I hung up, but Ethan's obsession only became worse. Then he crossed a line. Remember the photographer from my original proposal? The one I paid? Ethan contacted him. Using those photos. Ethan created a post, claiming he had rejected me. According to his new story, he bravely walked away because he knew he deserved better. The photographer was furious. He commented publicly, "That's not what happened. I filmed the entire proposal." Ethan deleted the comment, blocked him. Unfortunately for Ethan, the photographer had receipts and video. He uploaded a short clip. Everyone could hear Ethan happily saying yes, crying, smiling, calling the ring beautiful. The internet turned on him overnight, but the biggest surprise came from someone none of us expected, Madison Blake. Yes, his ex-girlfriend, the woman he dated right after me. Apparently they ended badly. Very badly. Madison commented publicly, "Didn't you beg me to propose after 3 weeks?" Then she kept going. She revealed that Ethan asked about her salary on their first date, complained about gifts, expected luxury vacations, and created a wedding Pinterest board before they had even been together for a month. The comment section exploded. Cameron called me laughing so hard, he couldn't breathe. His own ex just set him on fire. Noah looked up from his book. Should we feel bad? I thought about it. All the tears. All the humiliation. All the lies. Then I smiled. Maybe a little. Noah kissed my forehead. You're a better person than I am. And for the first time, I realized something incredible. I no longer hated Ethan. I pitied him. Because while he was still obsessed with proving something to strangers, Noah and I were busy planning a future together. Unfortunately, Ethan wasn't finished. Because after our wedding announcement appeared in the local newspaper, he decided to do something none of us saw coming. By the time our wedding invitations went out, Noah and I had already decided what mattered most. Not appearances, not status, Not impressing strangers. Just family. Love. Peace. We planned a small ceremony. 50 guests. Backyard reception. At his parents' house. No extravagant ballroom. No designer obsession. No unnecessary debt. His mother altered her own wedding dress for him to wear pieces from his late father's collection. And I reused the veil my grandmother had saved for decades. Everything felt meaningful. Everything felt real. Then the wedding announcement appeared in the local paper. Noah's 87-year-old grandmother insisted people still read newspapers. She declared proudly. Apparently Ethan read them too. Or more accurately, Patricia did. She called me crying. Actually crying. Please, reconsider. I nearly dropped the phone. Reconsider what? Giving Ethan another chance. I stared at the wall in disbelief. Patricia. I'm getting married in 6 days. He knows he made a mistake. So do millions of people. He's changed. He spent the last year attacking me online. He was hurt. So was I. She continued desperately. He's been in therapy. Good. He still loves you. I closed my eyes. No. He misses losing. There was silence. Then came the sentence that stunned me. Please. Just meet him once. No. One coffee. No. He's depressed. That's sad. But it's not my responsibility anymore. Her voice hardened. You're destroying his life. I finally answered. No. Patricia. Ethan destroyed our relationship. I simply moved on. Then I blocked her number. I thought that was the end. I was wrong. Saturday arrived. And despite all the stress of wedding mornings, I felt calm. Noah looked handsome. Cameron cried before the ceremony even started. My mother cried twice. Everything was perfect. During the ceremony, when the officiant asked if anyone objected, Cameron coughed dramatically. If anyone named Ethan is hiding in the bushes, now's not your chance. Everyone burst out laughing. Even Noah. His vows nearly destroyed me. I promise to love your heart more than your bank account. I promise never to compare our happiness to other people. And I promise to always remember that home is a person, not a price tag. I cried through half of them. Afterward, the reception began. Then Noah's older brother Daniel walked toward us. Daniel was a police officer. His expression said something was wrong. Celeste. What happened? Someone's at the gate. I knew immediately. I don't know how, but I knew. Ethan. And sure enough, there he was. Wearing white. Actually wearing white to someone else's wedding. Mascara streaked across his face. Holding a letter. Crying. For 1 second, I almost felt sorry for him. Almost. I just need 5 minutes. He begged. Daniel crossed his arms. You're not entering. Ethan looked at me desperately. Please. Then Noah appeared beside me, looking absolutely incredible in his suit. Calm. Steady. Unshaken. Ethan saw the ring. His ring? Or rather, the ring he once rejected. And he completely fell apart. That should have been mine. Noah glanced down at his hand. Then back at Ethan. You mean the ring you called embarrassing? Ethan sobbed harder. I wasn't thinking clearly. Noah smiled politely. Fortunately, I was. Then Ethan turned toward me. How could you do this? I blinked. Do what? Move on. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Ethan. It's been over a year. I changed. I'm glad. I'll apologize publicly. Okay. I'll delete every post. Great. I'll do anything. Noah squeezed my hand gently, but he didn't interrupt. He trusted me. And that trust meant everything. I looked at Ethan and finally said the words I had carried inside me for months. You never lost me because of the ring. He froze. You lost me because I loved you more than you loved me. Fresh tears rolled down his cheeks. You were enough for me. I continued softly. I was never enough for you. For the first time since arriving. He stopped talking. Because he knew it was true. Then he looked at Noah. He stole my future. Noah actually laughed. No. He raised his hand. You threw it away. Silence. Beautiful silence. Then Daniel stepped forward. Time to leave. Ethan dropped the letter onto the ground. You'll regret this. Noah grinned. I seriously doubt that. Daniel escorted him away. We never read the letter. The reception continued. We danced. We laughed. Cameron gave a speech that had everyone crying. Sometimes people reject diamonds because they're too busy counting carats. Everyone applauded. Months later, Noah and I boarded our honeymoon flight. He sat beside me, reading a mystery novel, occasionally showing me ridiculous memes. Peace. That was the word that kept coming to mind. Peace. Then his phone buzzed. Unknown number. He frowned, opened it, then burst out laughing. What? He handed me the screen. The message read, This is Patricia Mercer. I'll give you $20,000 to divorce Celeste and let Ethan fix his mistake. Noah stared at me. I stared at him. Then we both laughed so hard, the flight attendant checked on us. Finally, Noah typed, I'd rather have my beautiful wife than your money. Please lose this number. Block. Done. As our plane lifted into the sky, he took my hand. The same hand, wearing the 1-carat ring. The same ring someone once called embarrassing. The same ring that survived rejection, lease, and bitterness. Turns out, the ring had never been cursed. It had simply been waiting for the right owner. Today, Noah still kisses me every morning. He still forgets where he parks. And sometimes, he still burns toast. But every single day, he makes me feel like I'm enough. And honestly, that's worth far more than 2 carats.